Hey gang, this is Vicky Kelly with the Golden Rule Trades. Over the weekend, we always talk about something that goes beyond the price charts and the graphs. Unfortunately, this weekend, it doesn't go beyond the math. We're going to talk about mathing the math today. Why? Because we have seen a change in the character of the market over this last week, and it takes a while for this to get back to normal-ish. So I want to talk to you about what's been going on. So we have had our energy lines just form, and they're a lot larger than normal, which means that some of these lines have been 10 and 12 points apart when they're normally anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe 6 or 7. So we've basically doubled the size of the patterns. And as a result of that, we can have just a regular pullback in a pattern and it'll stop us out and not have anything wrong with our decision, but we have had a stop out or two or three as a result of the volatility, the extra volatility. So this is a game of adaptation. Who can adapt first? Who can realize that something's changed and make a difference in how you trade? It's a exercise in resilience that you do not give up when things get difficult, that you figure out how to make it work. It's also an exercise in calmness, that we do not end up like a cat with a laser pointer or a cocaine bear trying to figure out, get revenge trading. And I mean, this is the time when people blow up accounts, not only trader funding accounts, but they blow up their own personal money accounts because they start revenge trading or they get FOMO or greedy or they get a case of the who cares. And all of these things are things that will damage your account and damage your emotional well-being in as a trader because it makes you second guess yourself. It makes you think that maybe you're not cut out for all of this, when really it's just a matter of risk management, even when that risk management is very difficult. You've heard me say it a gazillion times. You are the only one who's going to do risk management for your account. So in the live trading room, when things like this happen, and when we come up on days when we know it's going to be kind of janky, I will say 1 micro, 5 to 10 point stop, depending on what size energy lines we get. And I don't know how many listen to me, but I know not all of them listen to me, and you know who you are. But what we find is there's a reason why we do this. And it is not easy. Let me tell you, when you're used to working with minis, it's very difficult to work with micros. It's very difficult to work with 1 micro. And it seems very boring. It seems like this should be going easier or going better. Something ought to give. But let me just walk through a little bit of the math. 1 micro is worth $5 a point. 1 mini is worth $50 a point. You all know this. If you don't know this, then you need to brush up on trading futures before you go any further. So a 10-point stop, if that's what you have to move your stop to just to stay in the game, that means that one loss is $50 on the micro or $500 on the mini. So if we do 3 strikes and you're out, your daily loss limit is $150 for the micros and $1,500 for the minis. That's a daily loss limit with that expanded stop loss. If you have a trader funding account, let's say you have a $50,000 trader funding account, your drawdown limit is $2,500. That means that if you are trading 1 micro, that the market can lose its mind for 15 days. You can get stopped out 3 times a day for 15 days without blowing your account. And when something like this happens, a news event, some sort of disruption in the market, a dislocation in the market, you are going to have this kind of volatility for at least a couple weeks. So You can go 15 days getting stopped out 3 times every single day before you hit this threshold if you are trading 1 micro with a 10-point stop. Now, if you're trading 1 micro with a 10-point stop and you get stopped out 3 times in a day for 15 days, then it's time to look at the system and say maybe something needs to give, or maybe you need to sit out for a while. I mean, you're not going to necessarily only get stopped out 3 times. We're saying what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is it's going to take you 3 trading weeks to blow this account. And that's provided nothing goes right. However, if you're trading 1 mini, you get 1.5 days until you're going to blow that account. 1.5 until you're going to blow that account. Again, I'm not saying that this system is going to do that. I mean, it's a very robust system. However, you can get a day when you get stopped out 3 times. We had that happen this week. You might even get twice in a week when that happens. Again, I haven't seen that take place, but it can happen. 1.5 days. You have that happen twice before you pass that evaluation account, and you're skunked. You are done with that evaluation account. And God forbid that be a paid account. So let's go back. Who can adapt the quickest? Who can be the most resilient? Who can stay the most calm? And who can take responsibility for their own risk management? That's the person who's going to stay in this for the long haul. So when you roll your eyes in the live room, when I say 1 micro, 10-point stop, and you don't want to do it, I want you to do the math again. That decision right there will get you 3 weeks in the market. That will get you 13 days longer than thinking that you have to trade a mini because it's more exciting. So, one of the things that I just want to point out, none of these things have anything to do with a chart, a graph, an indicator. Your ability to do this long term is all going to come down to you being able to handle you and you taking full responsibility for the risk management on your account, for being flexible enough to adapt when things change, resilient enough to stick with it until you've learned it, calm under pressure so you don't start trading and blowing up your account out of revenge or FOMO or greed. Taking responsibility for your own risk management because nobody else is going to do that for you. So do a little math over the weekend, and then we will approach on Monday. We'll see whether or not the market's settled down, because as soon as it does, we'll adapt back to a smaller stop. Stay safe out there and good luck trading.